You never have to buy another game again if you don't want to, because the Netflix of game wars have begun. I'm embarrassed to say it, but I have over 1,000 games on Steam. I became kind of like a collector. And now we have these services where you can just pay 10 bucks a month and then you just get hundreds of games on any platform you want to play them on. The two big players are Sony and Xbox. Xbox is for PC and the Xbox console. It's 10 bucks a month. You get hundreds of games, and the Sony version is for the PS4 and PS5. Sony is 10 bucks a month, but you have to pay for it annually, so it's 120 bucks up front. But you get hundreds of games, game streaming to your phone, to your computer, to whatever device you want. And these catalogs are just so vast. They have so many games, you can't possibly play them all. They're not paying me to say this. I am just so blown away by how much more affordable it is to have tons of games than buying them all like I did. Which one's better? I'm not really going over that today, but I am going to go over some pros and cons of both platforms so you guys can fully understand them. Let's start off with Xbox. There's so many games, it's overwhelming. It's almost like, man, I don't even know where to start first. Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch. All of the Activision Blizzard games are coming over on Xbox Game Pass. Take that, Sony. Xbox is going for the jugular. The other thing is that you get day one releases. They always have a list of upcoming games that you're going to be able to play as they release day one. The downloads are super fast, so if you want to download a ton of games, as long as you have fast internet, these games are just going to download like nothing. Xbox Game Pass works on both Xboxes and PC, and you can stream the games on your phone and stuff like that. And last but not least, you can actually put this on a Steam Deck. So if you want to go mobile, you can put Xbox Game Pass on a Steam Deck. Cons! Sometimes the games don't work correctly. Like, they're just not optimized to be plugged into their system. It's like they took a game and they like made some hacky thing to make it work in their system, and sometimes they just don't work right. There is a ton of AAA games, but there's also a bunch of weird, really dumb, lame games that you'll probably never ever install, even if you have a subscription. Sometimes multiplayer doesn't work in these games correctly, specifically when it comes to games like Dragon Ball FighterZ, where when you go online, you're closed off into like the Xbox Game Pass ecosystem. So you can't play with your friends that are over on Steam that own that game. They would have to get Xbox Game Pass and join the desert wasteland that is Dragon Ball FighterZ. This is like more of a minor issue for me, but Xbox Game Pass takes a little bit too long to load on computer. It takes about 60 seconds or longer just to load it. And last but not least, when you're doing things like game streaming where you're not actually running the game on your system, it's coming through the internet, it has a little bit of input lag. Now let's talk about PlayStation pros and cons. Again, a massive library of games, and they're not just exclusives, these are non-exclusives as well. Massive AAA games. Everything's very snappy and loads very fast. There's no issues compared to like Xbox, where it can be kind of buggy with the games. On PlayStation, everything is super smooth because it's all just like built for the same console, whereas like Xbox Game Pass for PC, everyone has a different computer, different hardware, and it's hard to figure out all those variations. Cons! It only works on PlayStation. I did notice a very minor bug on the PlayStation where some of the old retro games, they don't have a select button mapped out. So I was trying to play Ninja Gaiden and I needed to push select to do some mission thing, and it wouldn't let me do it. Every time I push what I think is select, it's asking me if I want to record gameplay. I don't want to do that. Overall, it's absolutely great. It's the cheapest way to play all the games you could possibly imagine. So this way, your kids or you yourself can play all the games you could possibly want to play, and it's 10 bucks a month. I know some people are going to wonder, which one should I get? Should I get PlayStation or should I get Xbox Game Pass? And my answer is very simple. Just get whatever you use. This is never going away. Thank you guys very much for watching, especially if you made it to the very end. You're my favorite. Everyone else is Meg. Make sure you subscribe, like, dunk on the haters in the comments, and I'll see you next time.